video in a while, so I decided to show off a collection. Now, I've started collecting steelbooks um, more actively because I've had a few, but now I now search your websites, Amazon, futureshop.com, for more because I want to really add to my collection. So I'm going to show off what I have so far. You know, steelbooks look great. They have all that alternative artwork on the cover, and it's just like a nice thing to have. It looks pretty sick on the shelf. So I'm gonna get started and show you what I have now. First up, I only have three movies in steelbook version. One I double dipped on, and two I've had the DVD, but I finally upgraded to Blu-ray because when the first initial Blu-ray came out, I didn't get it because I heard there was problems for it. So this one I recently got, and it is Resident Evil Afterlife. Now, being a big fan of the Resident Evil games, I am okay with the movies. I enjoy all of them. The only one I really didn't like too much was the third one, Extinction, I think it was. But Afterlife was pretty good, and the first Apocalypse and the first one I enjoyed. So, Resident Evil Afterlife has Alice on the front and the Axeman on the back, and inside it has the zombies now from the Resident Evil 4 zombies. Not really zombies like Los Plagas, Plague, whatever, but Resident Evil Afterlife. This one, I like the artwork on this one. It's really my favorite looking one so far. Now, the next two I have, I got at the same time. I was at Best Buy, and I haven't owned them on Blu-ray, like I said, so it was a perfect time to get it. I did not get the third one because I already have it, and they were like expensive. They were like $25 each, so I couldn't really get the third one. And it is Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, and its sequel, Dead Man's Chest. Now, both artwork, both covers are really nice. I probably prefer Curse of the Black Pearl, but this one's also nice too, and great movies. You know, third one not that great, but Pirates of the Caribbean, I'm a big fan, and I will watch them over and over again if I have to. So those are it for my Blu-ray. Now for my video game steelbooks, I'm gonna go back a generation, and my only PlayStation 2 steelbook is Final Fantasy 12. Now this was a collector's edition. I got this is the last PlayStation 2 game I bought because I bought it on the same day that I got my PlayStation 3. Well, same day or the day before, relatively close to PlayStation 3. So this is basically the first game I played on my PlayStation because the day I got my PS3 from GameStop one night, I didn't buy a game because I spent like $800 on the system. So I guess I couldn't really spend the 60 extra bucks for a game. So I just played this for a while until I got my first PS3 game. Final Fantasy 12 was not my favorite Final Fantasy. I did play it a bit, and I got pretty far. If I went back to it now, I probably wouldn't remember. I would have to use the strategy guide, which I bought, so it came with that in the deal. So whatever I got. So Final Fantasy 12 inside has the judges and Vaughn, I think his name is. I completely forgot everybody's name, but Final Fantasy 12 Steelbook Edition there. Next up is one of my favorite RPGs this generation, and it's from BioWare, and it is Dragon Age Origins. This one has a slipcase where it has the blood on the sword, but it's actually just the cover, which has that effect on it. Dragon Age Origins I did enjoy much more than Dragon Age 2, I gotta say. They kind of streamlined Dragon Age 2, where this one was just much more fun, I gotta say, in all aspects of the game. Um, like I said, but it's one of my favorite RPGs, Dragon Age Origins. Now, speaking of BioWare and BioWare games and Mass Effect and Dragon Age, the next steelbook I have is one of my favorite games of not only this generation but probably of all time, and that is Mass Effect 2. Now, this steelbook is one of my favorite looking ones. It's all black with a glossy finish. You can see the reflection off of it, on the screen and whatnot. And when you reflect it off the light, the parts of his gun kind of glow in the dark. Now you have Command Shepard on the front and the Collector on the back. Now his eyes have that same effect. It's very nice looking. However, I did kind of scratch it up. You can see scratches very easily on this. So like I said, Mass Effect 2, one of my favorite games of all time. Probably one of the best new franchises of this generation. Which I'll probably do a video of like a top 10 new franchises of this generation. So this is worthy if you are an RPG fan or you like Bioware or just any type of action game. Because this is more of a action RPG, not more of like the old school JRPGs or West, Final Fantasy types. This is action in your face, nonstop, and you have the dialogue options, which you control your story. So, I also heard they were gonna make a movie out of this. I'll probably talk about that later, because they might, most likely, they'll probably mess up the movie, but that goes for all video games. So, whatever. Mass Effect 2, Steelbook Collector's Edition. And now another segue into another franchise created this generation and was very popular and succeeded. And another one of my favorites was Gears of War 2. Now, the first one took, I guess, basically took everybody by surprise, being how popular it was going to be, how great it ended up being. Number 2, they promised bigger, better, more badass, whatever. However, I kind of didn't like Gears of War 2 as much as I like 1, maybe because the initial value of Gears of War 1 was just like overwhelming. Basically, it was like the next generation game. It was one that just ushered in this new HD era, and like Xbox Live, and just came at the perfect time. So, but Gears of War 2 was a pretty good sequel, not as good as the first though. And here's the steelbook. You just have the lantern on the front and the other half on the back. And now I forgot that they had this was, the special edition. It is a picture of Dom and his wife Maria. It's just a keepsake, and it says, "So you always have me with you. I love you, Dominic. Always, Maria." So it was a nice memento. I like when they add non-gaming stuff to special editions. Just kind of, gives it a better feel. Like you get more of your money's worth, and they really take the time to create the world around you. So I also bought a lantern with the special edition, but I'll probably show you that some other time. So Gears of War 2. Next up is one of the earlier games of the Xbox 360's life, and I did not play the first one, which I should have, because it's highly regarded as one of the best games ever. It's not Ocarina of Time, but another very popular game, and that is Perfect Dark. No, this is Perfect Dark Zero for the Xbox 360. This is one of the first games I've owned for the system. It was like Oblivion, Ghost Recon. I think this was like the third or fourth game that I got, and it was like the special edition, which was like $49.99. So I jumped on that, and it's a very nice cover. It's like a engraved, like beveled, embossed, whatever artwork on the front, and then the artwork on the back was pretty nice. Has that feel to it. I did not actually beat this game. I've had a lot of fun on the multiplayer with it, like playing the infected gameplay. Had a blast with that, but the actual game, I only got to like the second mission and never went back to it. Maybe I should one of these years. So it'll be like original receipt for it. Bought it on April 27th of 2006. So 5 years ago. 5 years ago. So Perfect Dark Zero. Next up on the Steelbook Collection. Next up are two games that everybody knows, everybody has. I think every single person who has a video game has either known somebody, who plays this game nonstop or is addicted to it, and that is Modern Warfare 2 Call of Duty. This was I got the Prestige Edition, which came with the night vision goggles, and it came with the Steelbook. It was nice, black and green, nice effect on it, and it's a very nice artwork on the front. And after that, 1 year later, I also got the Prestige Edition of this, which came with the RCXD, and that is Call of Duty Black Ops. This was a nice blue on it, nice looking steelbook. Now, Modern Warfare 3, if it just follows the same path, I'll probably get the Prestige edition of that. Hopefully, it comes with another Steelbook, and hopefully, it comes with um, something worth the 150. My cousin, gave a good idea. It's like, why don't they just have like a helicopter, pretty much, that you can fully active mobile, toy helicopter, which is not a bad idea. So hopefully, it's something worthwhile for the 150 bucks. So, um, like I said, Call of Duty and Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops next up in my collection. And now finally, one more, and that is a game that came out recently, back in February, and highly anticipated, wanted by the fans for such a long time. Sequel to a game that came out however many years ago. Was it 10? I don't know if it was that long, but it probably was. And that is Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Now, the special edition came with an art book, a comic, the Steelbook, and a free month of the website for the digital comics, which I'm using right now. And it's pretty good. I think I might subscribe to it. $10 a month, unlimited comics to read online, at your own pace, whatever. It's a pretty good deal. And this is a very good artwork on the Steelbook. Has almost every character on there. You have Deadpool, Spider-Man, Felicia, X-23, Dante, Doctor Doom, Beautiful Joe. And on the back, you have Hulk, Cap, Iron Man, Wolverine, Morgan, Ryu, Beautiful Joe again. Names on both covers, whatever. So, that Marvel's Capcom 3. Let's see what we got inside. We got more artwork inside. And there you go. And that is my entire collection of Steelbooks. Like I said, I'm going to actively pursue and get more of them. Probably not going to switch out my current Blu-rays for them, only for movies that I really want. If they have like good artwork on it, probably like The Dark Knight is like the same thing, so I wouldn't get Steelbook for that. But upcoming movies, hopefully I'll get the Steelbook for that. So that was my collection. Hope you enjoyed, and if you have any tips on where to find them cheap, comment and let me know. So comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll catch you up later.